Hello Makale, welcome to day 6 of our Path to Expert video series. For people who are new, don't forget to check out my previous videos and also follow me and subscribe to my channel to keep updated yourself. For past few days, we have been seeing about SEOs, how to make your site more searchable and presentable and how to optimize it for Google search. As a continuation, today we will be seeing about accelerated mobile pages, that is AMP. What is AMP? Accelerated Mobile Pages or AMP is a HTML framework. This is optimized for a fast user experience and fast performance of websites. So is it like a new thing I should learn to build a website? Not at all. It is more similar to HTML except with few minor changes. And also few things like images are not directly supported, but you should be using something called AMP image instead of normal image. But it avoids a hell lot of other things like many CSS properties are not supported. So consider AMP as a minimal website which is required for your user with no fancy graphics or high memory images and stuff. It's more like a light version of your web page or web application. And not to mention, Google always ranks AMP pages higher than the other pages. So does it mean all the websites should become AMP pages? Not at all. AMP pages are more suitable for static pages. Say you have a blog, almost all the pages or all the blogs are going to be static HTML pages. This is a very good scenario for AMP because in addition to having a fast loading, small and performant web pages, AMP is also cached. So whenever a query or whenever a search is being made, the search results come directly from the cache. So Google always displays it on the top of the search results. What are the two advantages you get? One, your web page or your blog gets to load very fast. Two, it is more likely to be present on top of Google results. However, AMP is not an ideal solution for dynamic web page, say e-commerce sites and other stuff. Now let's see how to convert a normal web page into AMP page. Again, this is a very simple HTML page and it looks something like this. If you see in my console, there is nothing. I'll reload it. It got refreshed, but still there is nothing in the console. Now let me change it into an AMP page. First thing first, add doc type. Doc type HTML should be present. Next, add AMP attribute to HTML tag, because this tells Google that this HTML page is going to be an AMP page. Next thing is add meta char set. Next, add the link of AMP script. For AMP, it is advisable to add this particular script as early as possible within the head tag. Next is the link, which is canonical link. Here I am running it in localhost, so I am referring to the localhost URL itself. And if you are following my videos, you will know what is canonical. Next is our viewport, which is a good practice for responsive design. Next, this is a boilerplate from AMP. It has some predefined CSS which is required for showing loaders and other stuff until the page is being loaded by AMP. And that's it. Now you are good to go. If you see now, if I refresh, if you see in the console, it says the web page is powered by AMP and my AMP validation is successful. Now for instance, if I remove this AMP tag and come here and refresh, you can see AMP validation has errors. This means we have successfully migrated our HTML page into an AMP page. Also, if you see, there are some changes in the styling. This is because few CSS properties are not supported by AMP and you have alternates for those things. So what are you waiting for? Go learn more about AMP pages, make your blogs more powerful, faster and searchable. That's it for today. Have a great day, Makale. See you tomorrow.